malfunctioned, but it looks as though J.B. Mooney has done it. The buck-off streak is over. Asteroid has been conquered.
And Craig, I got to eat my words from earlier. I said the Bull's going to have a bad day for one of these guys to stay on him. That wasn't the case right there tonight. That Bull had a great day, tried as hard as he could. J.B. Mooney just slayed a dragon.
We're being told it was a clock malfunction, but anyone could have counted on their fingers. 8 seconds easy. Banged up J.B. Mooney conquers one of the titans of the sport.
And again, this Bull has a great day. That's as good as Asteroid ever is. That's and when J.B. Mooney picked that Bull tonight, Craig, it wasn't, just trying to be the cool guy and pick one of the toughest bulls in the world. It was with conviction because he knew that he could ride him.
They are standing on their feet in the AT&T Center, 93.5 points. JB is with lead.
This is his time to shine.
Here it comes, Mooney against Bones. Bones out spinning hard. Mooney's still there, halfway through. One more big turn. He goes airborne. Mooney hanging. He's done it.
I'll tell you what, I think that just erased any question anybody might have of is J.B. Mooney for real. If you're going to mark that, if you're going to mark that ride, what are you going to mark it?
I mean, some of the judges are marking it at 24 out of 25.
I mean, unbelievable, and nobody can say that Bones didn't have a good day. That Bull was...
Every jump, I thought he had it.
Milo Center's ready for this one. Voodoo Child, J.B. Mooney. Third time they've met. It looks good for J.B. Guess what? This Bull's been ridden. Wow! You saw him. He celebrated right away. He knew it.
Third time in 3 years he's been ridden.
Geographically, he couldn't have done it any better. I mean, just south of the house, and all the fans you can imagine that are here supporting the whole building for that matter. And again, just an outstanding effort and grit by this guy.
That's our second highest ride of the 2010 season. You can bet his father Tim and mother Lynn are celebrating. There's his dad.
There's so much on the line right here.
Only ridden twice in his career. Here we go. Into his hand. J.B. Mooney has him handled halfway through. Is it going to be one for the record books? Mooney does it.
Dead easy. This guy is riding like a house of fire. Unbelievable.
The score, 93.5 points. He gets the $5,000 from Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
And he probably is going to continue to do it. But here's the thing. Guilherme Marchi has done it so far too.
Right.
And all he's got, if he does it a couple more times, it's going to be virtually impossible. What has to happen is Marchi has to have a terrible finals and Mooney has to have a fantastic finals. So far, Mooney's doing his part.
Mooney is living up to his own legend. He said this is what he plans to do, and he's with Leah.
Here's what I love.
Feeling it at the moment. J.B. Mooney was number 1. Now can he move to number 1 again? If he stays perfect, he will. Crosswire, giving him everything. J.B. Mooney, he's got the seat. He's going to do it.
He's got the go around, in my opinion. And Crosswire just won D&H Cattle Company $250,000 for the top classic Derby Bull of the season, in my opinion. It's all unofficial, but that, I'm telling you what, if you don't like that, you don't like biscuits and gravy.
That was good, and talk about a good name for that bull. It did look like his wires got crossed there at the end. He was jumping backwards, sideways. That bull's just doing everything he can to try to get JB off his back, and it's just not going to happen at this finals. It doesn't look like. This guy's coming in, he's trying to take the rankest bulls and just going at them.
Hey, G-Man, you get to do your end zone dance. Great pick, my friend.
Yeah, how about that? Luckily for me tonight, I get to pick before Justin McKee, and rightfully so. It was our turn, and hey, what a great bull ride. Like Ty said, this bull didn't know what to do, just doing everything he could do to try to get JB off, but that's not happening within these 10 days, that's for sure.
Well, this was one guy, Ty. We've talked already about the men who seem to have a little bit of rust after the layoff. JB picks up right where he left off.
Well, here's the deal. G-Man gets to get... great world champions that were on their way to a world title race. And the thing I remember about all of them is when the gate opens, they have a certain seat on a bull that looks like you couldn't blow him off of there with a cannon. And that's the way J.B. Mooney looks to me right now.
Another look at 93 3/4 points.
Take a look at the guys on the back of the chute. Look at the fans. You see a lot of people cheering for J.B. Mooney. This is a guy that has won a world championship since I met him as an 18-year-old kid. He's wanted it. He's talked about it year after year after year, and he's always come up short. Right now, he looks like he's tired of coming up short.
He looks unstoppable at the moment. 93 3/4 moves him to the round and event.
We could see some huge numbers right now, and JB is poised for it. He's riding great. He has a broken jaw. He doesn't feel great, but riding with pain is not new to JB Mooney.
And as he has told us all, you don't need your face to ride bulls. Put an obstacle in front of Mooney, and he's going to knock it down in emphatic fashion. He goes 5 for 6 at this year's World Finals. Silvano will drop to second. 94 points, the best score of the week.
Just keep adding on to big moments that J.B. Mooney has had. You can't even hear yourself thinking here. It's so loud. There's a reason the crowd loves him, is because he creates big moments over and over and over for the fans of bull riding. This is a big bull with giant baseball bats coming out of his head. And, you know, I've been watching this bull, and I've been seeing him throw everybody off, and I thought, man, if someone can figure out how to ride this bull, they're going to be a bunch of points. Look how high he jumps in the air. Look at the good kicks. J.B. Mooney rode him dead easy. Gets off of him like he just stepped off the bus.
And look at the crowd on will be your victor. They're gonna take another look because JB thinks he did it, but the judges think he touched just under 7.
Well, I can't wait to see this replay. I didn't catch it the first time around, but, you know, I was excited, and I had so much focus on this bull. I love the backwards jump that he does, and this bull's so cool. Whenever you're a top rider, I feel like you're supposed to ride this bull, and he has so much timing, and the way he gets up in the air and just kind of, he doesn't have that sharp jerk back down to the ground. He just explodes up into the air. There you see.
That would have been, I think, what they were talking about.
You couldn't conclusively see it there, not in my opinion, not from this angle.
Well, remember though, Ty, right? They've called it a slap in the field of play, so they need to have conclusive evidence to reverse that decision.
Yeah.
And this crowd is definitely voting on the Mooney side of the equation.
Yeah, I don't think he slaps him. Right here's where it's coming. Here's where you'll see this backwards jump. It's almost becoming a trademark of this bull. I think it's a qualified ride. I think they better hand him the books and let him write down his own score.
Well, not only are they going to hand him the books, but they're going to hand him the buckle. Because if it is 8 seconds, more than enough points, the crowd has reacted. The judges have made their decision. J.B. Mooney gets the qualified ride, and he gets his first win of 2017. And Ty, really now what is at stake is J.B. Mooney starts approaching the all-time win mark of our fan and our co-worker, Justin McBride. At 32 event wins, J.B. Mooney just won his 29th career title. 94.25 points. J.B. and Bruiser combined for another one. Let's send it to Leah. To be remembered. This is another one for the highlight reel.
What a special bull. So athletic. To see an animal that big and that strong with that much muscle, be able to jump in the air, kick like that, jump backwards. That bull gives it everything he's got every time. He's a special one.
JB Mooney lives for moments like this. He's our world #1 rider. Pearl Harbor would like to send a message of his own. The Mooney mystique lives on and continues to grow. He is down, but never count this man out. I think we just saw the round winner.
It definitely, in my opinion, should be the round win. That is a great bull.
Partner, 94.25 points. The 68, 90-plus point ride of his career. He is now within a half dozen of you, my friend.
Well, that's great for JB Mooney, but rides like this, that's why this guy competes in this sport, is to get on these great bulls, and this is why I said I'd never bet against him, injured elbow or not. This guy loves the challenge of a great bull, and make no mistake about it, Craig, the score reflected just how great of a bull that was.
94.25 points, rivals some of the best scores we have seen in history. Let's talk about Pearl Harbor for a second. 46.25 points. You talked about him being in the conversation for world champion bucking bull. Even with a qualified ride, he gets a score that good.
That's what I love about a great bull, is when you see him get a qualified ride, you think, oh, well, he must have not had his day, this or that. No, that's just a great ride on a great bull.
JB Mooney knows drama. JB Mooney also knows how to keep us all on the edge of our seats. He will take this season by the horns.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor starts away from his hand, sees that isn't working, tightens it up, keeps kicking. I can't say enough about it. That was a great ride.
They have faced 9 times before, 6 of them on the Built Ford Tough Series. Every time it has gone Bushwacker's way, and that's taking nothing away from Mooney. Bushwacker holds the record, the best ever, 42 straight buck-offs. But there's something about JB Mooney this weekend, and specifically tonight, that makes you think maybe, just maybe, the impossible can happen. It's over! It's over! We have seen history! The greatest ever has been bested. The first man to hug JB Mooney was Ken Cox, the man who knows Bushwacker better than all.